Introducing first, wearing black and yellow, weighing in at 101 kilograms. That's 222 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 21 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw, and 1 no decision, with 10 knockouts to his credit. Meine Damen und Herren, in der blauen Ecke aus Frankfurt oder Deutschland, here is across the ring in the red corner, wearing green and weighing in at 100.8 kilos. That's 222 1/4 pounds. His professional record, 36 victories, only 1 defeat, with 30 KOs and 3 world championships. Ladies and gentlemen, from Boca Raton, Florida, USA, introducing the former heavyweight champion of the world, Michael
Well, while Michael Buffer catches his breath, let's go ahead and check the tail of the tape, and you'll find out that these are 2 fighters that are mirror images of each other. Virtually the same size. Moorer 1 year older than Schultz. The weight within half a pound, 6'2" to 6'3". The reach almost identical. Moorer, though, the southpaw fighter. The referee is Bill Connors, and the IBF rules will be in effect for this fight as referee Connors gives the fighters their final instructions. The 10-point must system is in effect. No 3 knockdown rule or standing 8 count. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, and only the referee, Bill Connors, can stop the fight. Well,
2 points to make, Dan. The tail of the tape, Michael Moorer is 8 pounds heavier than the 214 he weighed in that superb performance against Evander Holyfield. And the IBF has appointed an American referee and 1 American judge, the other 2 judges from England and Italy. If the German fans are right, and I think they are, in their feeling that there has been terrible injustice done to Axel Schultz and the decisions he's had in the past, it's hard to believe that they couldn't get neutral judges for this fight as it begins with round 1.
The fight is underway. Michael Moorer in the green trunks. Axel Schultz wearing the black with the yellow and the red trim. And again, anytime you see a southpaw fighter, as is Moorer, finding a conventional right-hander, always keep an eye on the lead feet, because they will have a tendency to come in contact all evening long, one stepping on the foot of the other.
And as we pointed out before when we've done Michael Moore's fights, his feet are size 15, so they have a tendency to get tangled more than normal.
That does not make him a bad guy, Alice. I want you to know that. He does not have the only 15s in attendance here tonight.
Both these men best when they put punches together. There are very few fighters who aren't better when they put punches together, but sometimes they are reluctant to do so. Sometimes they just pose a lot like they're doing now and pick with a single punch at a time. It will be interesting to see another good right uppercut by Michael Moorer. It will be interesting to see who initiates the action and who is able to get punches together the best.
Well, I'd have to think that action will be slow to come in the first round. As you can see, neither one of these fighters has worked up a sweat. An extensive pre-fight list of introductions, and again, a reminder, it is very cool here this evening. Temperature in the low 50s.
I think this fight started about 12 minutes late, Dan. With all of those festivities they had, they really were way off schedule. And you could sense when you saw the shots in the locker room of Michael Moorer pacing that he was not happy about that. You warm up a certain way, and then you don't get to go out to the ring, and that's tough.
We want to remind our ABC stations that we'll be taking a station break at the conclusion of this round, round number 1.
Less movement by Axel Schultz than I would have expected. I would have expected Axel to be moving away out of respect for Michael Moorer's power, but he has not done that yet.
No, he's staying right in Michael Moorer's power range.
I don't know if you can see it on the screens at home, but it is so cold in there that you can see the fighter's breath.
And of course, Axel Schultz maybe thinks that power is not a problem for him. He's never been knocked down. Maybe he doesn't think Michael Moorer has enough in him to knock him down.
And he took the best that George Foreman had to offer. George Foreman who was able to knock out Michael Moorer with 1 punch.
Some right hand it was, too. A couple good digging right hands by Michael Moorer.
Axel Schultz is less mobile than we've been accustomed to seeing him in his previous fights. To see him trapped in the ropes there, taking punches like that, is unusual for him. Again, nothing coming back from Schultz.
Oh, good uppercut by Moorer there, Alex. We'll be back with more of the IBF Heavyweight Championship presented by Budweiser after this word from our ABC stations as we come to the end of the first round.
If the world just wore white, no one would worry about stains, because Clorox bleach could take them out.
But the world wears color, and stains on colors are a problem. Introducing new Clorox 2 Color Safe Bleach. With a new formula so powerful, it lifts greasy stains off colors, as well as Clorox bleach does off whites. Yet so safe you can pour it right on the stain. So when you get stains on colors, relax. You've got new Clorox 2.
Do you have too many bills and not enough money? It's embarrassing, isn't it? And you can't talk about it with friends or family. I'm Peter Francis Geraci, and I'm a bankruptcy attorney. You can talk about it with me. Call my free 24-hour bankruptcy info tapes and listen to find out how to get a free phone mini consultation in complete confidence. Call my bankruptcy info tapes now.
Listen to our free bankruptcy info tapes, 312-332-1800.
The beginning of the second round here in Dortmund, Germany. We're in Western Germany. I guess you'd say Northwestern Germany. This fight was originally scheduled for Berlin, but the promoters moved it over to the other side of the country to take advantage of a bigger venue. Anticipating this big crowd, and they've got it here tonight.
So the good right-hand lead, the first punch of the round by Axel Schultz. That's the punch you're supposed to use against a southpaw. I wonder how much Axel is confused right now by the southpaw stance. He says he's fought a couple of southpaws, says he knows how to fight them. Had an amateur career in which he faced some, but it can be something. I mean, Evander Holyfield admitted it really threw him for a loop when he fought Michael Moorer.
A couple of hooks, a left and a right. Schultz that time did a nice job backing away. All three of those punches by Moorer fell short.
Interesting to watch for how much that right jab of there it is, doubles with the jab. Interesting to see how much he uses it.
Well, it's certainly a much quicker jab than Schultz's.
And with a lot more behind it. There it is again. Heavy, heavy right hand, because Michael Moorer is one of those rarest of boxers. You spoke about it in the profile, Dan. A natural right-hander who's turned around as a southpaw. His right hand is his power hand.
Yeah, and Schultz is kind of surprising, Alex. He looks like a middle linebacker for the Chicago Bears. Axel Schultz, and yet he really does not throw bombs. Not a heavy puncher.
Both men you see there hold their hands up well. So if you're scoring this fight, make sure you discount punches that land on the gloves. It's not just throwing a punch. It's not just making contact. If it hits the gloves, it is not a scoring blow.
That is kind of a chopping, almost a rabbit punch sometimes thrown by Axel Schultz, doing absolutely no damage at all. Kind of looping around from the outside and cuffing Moorer. There's another inside uppercut thrown by Moorer. He's landed with those. He'll actually throw a right. He'll throw a right to the body and then follow it with an uppercut. It's a nice combination, Alex. Another uppercut by Moorer.
And that's the kind of punch that can do tremendous damage, that right uppercut. Any uppercut like that. And Michael Moorer throws it very well. And their cuffing punches didn't seem to be hard punches by Axel Schultz, but Michael Moorer did not react well to them. Stumbled a little bit, moving away.
Inside 20 seconds here in round number 2.
And the steam coming off the fighters' bodies now.
There might be steam coming off my body. It's awfully cool here tonight. Hard to imagine. It's the 22nd of June. The end of the second.
Two warriors. Two legendary champions. And finally, on Saturday, June 22nd, they'll meet once and for all. Hector Camacho versus Roberto Duran. Plus, Buster Douglas, the only man to defeat Mike Tyson, begins his road back to the championship.
for the beginning of the third round. Axel Schultz gets busy with the jab.
In between rounds, Teddy Atlas told Michael Moorer, he's giving you the body, and I want your work there. Michael threw a right hand to the body. It's a terrific punch against a guy who's so content, and a left to the body.
But he said he wanted you to follow it up by moving to the right, something he didn't do in the Foreman fight, and it cost him dearly, Alex,
yeah,
as you
he
know.
walked into George's right hand. Good, one of those punches was a solid punch to the head by Axel Schultz in that flurry.
It was a right hand. There's another good right hand by Schultz.
I think that Michael picked that one off with his gloves, Dan.
Axel Schultz moving backwards.
Yes, that's right, Dan. Axel backpedaling a little bit more in this round. That's the kind of movement I expected to see from him in round one. It may be that he's gotten warmed up. It may be that he's become intimidated by the power of Michael Moorer.
There was a good left hand by Michael Moorer and good body work inside by Schultz.
Which of these two men can hurt the other man? Which of these two men can land a punch that gets the respect to take the other man out of their battle plan? Moorer's got the better punch. Schultz probably has the better chin.
Michael Moorer has been on the canvas 5 times during his career. Everett Martin has put him down. Cooper put him down a couple times. Or Foreman put him down for good.
Right, he fought back and won all the early fights. There was a good right down the pipe by Schultz.
And both fighters starting to break a sweat, starting to get a sheen.
And they're both working hard. There has not been as much posing as I might have expected, Dan.
Neither one of these two born a heavyweight, Alex. They both fought at the lighter weights, worked their way up, so they're used to being a little more active.
Well, Michael Moorer moved up like no one else, I think, in boxing history has ever moved up in weight. He put on 38 pounds in 4 months. He skipped the cruiserweight division, 38 pounds in 4 months, and 56 pounds in 11 months.
If there's one punch to track at this point in time, it would be the right uppercut by Michael Moorer. He landed again in that last exchange when Schultz was up against the ropes.
And that jab, too. He just landed 3 of them. He slapped with that one, but that's a point-scoring jab, and it's a jab that you see a little bit of cut on the left side of Axel Schultz's nose, some kind of abrasion. But the jab of Michael Moorer coming from the opposite side that Axel Schultz is used to it is something that can knock you right off balance and out of your game plan.
A good flurry by Schultz brings us to the close of the third round. Budweiser.
All right, we're jamming. I wanna jam it with you. We're jamming, and I hope you like jamming too.
The entire Phillips family wants that delectable Eggo waffle. This could be close.
Where'd it go?
Wait a minute, let's see that again. The Eggo comes up, looking irresistible as ever when, what's this? Granny gets the gold! What style! Even has time to savor the sweet taste of victory. Delicious Eggo waffles, too delicious to let go.
This title fight is scheduled for 12 rounds. This is the beginning of the 4th. You wouldn't think that stamina would be a great problem here tonight because of the weather.
It depends upon how fast the pace that both men set. Each man likes to dictate the pace. Each man likes to fight when he wants to.
Oh, good right hand by Schultz.
And Michael, a good right hand by Schultz, and Michael Moorer responded. He didn't seem to be bothered by it at all. Best punch of the fight by Schultz. And Moorer came right back.
Again, though, it was Moorer moving to his left into that right hand of Schultz.
We talked to Michael. Most southpaws, most people who lead with the right jab would go in the direction of the jab, would move to their right. But you see Michael Moorer is very comfortable moving to his left, and sometimes that moves him right into the range of the opponent's right hand, as it did against George Foreman.
Both fighters in close. Only Moorer threw punches. Oh, a good series of jabs caught Schultz on the face.
Clearly, Moorer is winning the battle of the jabs.
A combination by Schultz, but they hit mostly on the shoulders.
Again, the right hand lead by Schultz. Michael Moorer holds his hands up well, but sometimes he just doesn't move his head, and you can put a right hand down the pipe.
Schultz backing into a corner.
Moorer dug a right hand to the body. That is a debilitating punch.
Certainly here in the fourth, Michael Moorer much busier.
Not as much coming back from Axel Schultz. Not as busy, not as comfortable, not as much in his rhythm as he was in the last round.
Schultz loaded up with a right hand that time, but it sailed over the top.
Moorer jab, backing Schultz up against the ropes, and he follows with a left.
He missed with the uppercut and came back with the left and scored with that.
Already abrasions on Axel Schultz's face, mainly I would guess from the tattoo of jabs.
Alex, from this vantage point, the advantage in speed certainly very much in Michael Moorer's favor. That landed on gloves. Oh, a nice double jab by Moorer, but Schultz came right back. And another right hand by Schultz. The crowd into it here as we come to the close of round number 4.
Bruce Seldon, if I want his title, I gotta beat him. He's champion, and no one knows him. Joe Hip knows Seldon, made his face look like hamburger. Tony Tucker knows him too. Got a jab like a jackhammer. No one knows him. That's because no one wants to.
Bruce Seldon, Mike Tyson, Liberation, champion versus champion, Saturday, July 13th, live on pay-per-view from the MGM Grand. Call your cable or satellite company.
Work boots. Tough on the outside, tough on your feet inside. Not enough cushioning. Dr. Scholl's Maximum Comfort work insoles give you 100% more cushioning. They make work easier on your feet.
This isn't some blazing spot on the equator. It's the Dutch Boy Paint Testing Facility, where we make sure our exterior house paints resist fading and peeling. It's one of 77 tests we do, so you can give your home the lasting look of Dutch Boy.
The IBF Heavyweight Championship of the World here on ABC's Wide World of Sports, presented by Budweiser. Glad you're with us. Dan Dierdorf, Alex Swallow at ringside here in Dortmund, Germany. Michael Moorer in the green shorts. Axel Schultz wearing the black with the red and the yellow. Actually, the red is his belt. The yellow is the trim of his trunks. Wearing them rather low.
Good job there by Michael Moorer, doing what Teddy Atlas told him in the corner. Work that body. He's giving you the body. Wear him down with it. It looks right now, Dan, that this is going to be a war of attrition. That Axel has a good enough chin to stand up to Michael's power, and that whoever is in better condition is going to come out winning this fight.
Michael Moorer has been here in Germany for 2 weeks, trying to get used to having to fight this late at night.
And there you see Axel Schultz really for the first time forcing a clinch, grabbing and holding on. He looked tired along the ropes there for a minute.
He's been gnawing on that jab of Michael Moorer's with some regularity. We want to remind our ABC stations that we'll be taking a station break at the conclusion of this round. Low blow by Axel Schultz.
He came right back. He came, and Michael knew it. Turnabout is fair play. Axel was in the amateurs, but he's learned the game of the pros quickly. Very quiet round. I think quietest round so far here in the fifth, Dan. This is the time for either man to not accept this slow round, to step it up. Each of these guys wants to take a rest. That's the time to come on and not let him rest.
There was There's a good right hand by Schultz to the chest of Moore that got the crowd excited. Moore, though, responded with a good uppercut.
And this is
right
where
here,
Michael Moore, Axel Schultz holding on. Axel Schultz right now a tired fighter.
He clinched after about 5 consecutive Moore punches.
That left he just tried to throw there, the feet got tangled that time, and Axel stood up with a right hand.
The word that comes to my mind with that left, Alex, is amateurish. It's not much. It's kind of a looping, cuffing blow.
No, for as much of an ox as Axel looks, he is not a big puncher. Does not have the snap in his punches. If Michael Moore could step it up right now, I think he could do some significant damage.
We'll be back with more of the IBF Heavyweight Championship presented by Budweiser after this word from our ABC stations.
Save up to 80% by factory direct at the Jewelry Exchange in Elmhurst. Diamond tennis bracelets are just $200 per carat. Diamond studs are just $400 per carat. Anniversary bands are also just $400 per carat. The Jewelry Exchange imports diamonds direct from site holders and is the leading manufacturer of semi-mounts, wedding bands, pendants, earrings, and tennis bracelets. Only the Jewelry Exchange gives you both a low price and double value guarantee. The Jewelry Exchange in Elmhurst, 708-530-9490. 530-9490.
Next, Inside Edition, a Canadian murder mystery. A former Mountie behind bars for pushing his wife to her death.
I certainly did not murder my wife.
He says he's innocent, and the only eyewitness drops a bombshell.
Now, what the jury heard was not the truth.
Plus, she claimed her ex-husband Kevin was a deadbeat dad, so she sued. When that failed, she went after another man named Kevin, and then another. Watch Inside Edition.
Inside Edition, Monday at 3 on Channel 7.
Action early here in the round 6. The bell just a couple of seconds ago. And Axel Schultz came warily out of his corner. A real respect, I think, beginning to dawn on his face for the punching ability and the combination work of Michael Moore.
Pulling with the jab there, Michael, not putting anything on it. There he had something on the 1-2.
Schultz keeping his gloves, at least for the first 20 seconds of the round, a little bit higher on the advice of his corner to try to deflect that jab. Moore working inside, and then back comes the uppercut. Got a feeling, Alex, that before this is over, he's really going to land with one of those. Ooh, a good right hand lead by Moore.
And you just see the life sap out, the energy sap out of Axel. He's just not used to getting hit with a piston-like jab from that side, from the southpaw stance. Michael pulling there. You just hate to see him lay a punch out there like that, because he takes the danger of getting clipped by one like he just did.
Coming up on the halfway mark of the 6th round, Michael Moore, Axel Schultz. Boy, good combination by Schultz, but boy, did Moore respond with a couple of very crisp punches that landed.
And for the first time, I can truly say he was a little bit stunned. Axel Schultz on the left with that right hand at the end of the combination. And that's the Michael Moore you like to see, the one who responds with fire, under fire.
Well, Axel Schultz, after throwing the punch, does not recoil back into that defensive position as quickly as he should. Moore taking advantage.
Solid pace for a heavyweight fight, Dan. There, good job by Michael on the inside, and a good right to the body to end the exchange. Not an exchange, to end the combination.
And you're right, Alex, this is a very active heavyweight fight. 3 punches thrown by Schultz.
Axel wants some time off here. Axel wants time off, and Michael should not see. He grabbed there, went to the ropes, and then he grabbed. He's looking for a little rest, and this is when Michael should sit on him. Just sit on him with punches, with that jab, uppercut, body punches. There, gunny 2-punch combination by Axel and a right hand.
All Michael Moore here in the 6th. He'll head to his corner, firmly in command.
Tyson says I've only got one punch, my jab. Well, ask Joe Hip about that punch. Ask Tony Tucker. Look him in the face and ask him. So Tyson thinks I've only got one punch? It works fine for me.
Bruce Seldon, Mike Tyson. Liberation. Champion versus champion. Saturday, July 13th. Live on pay-per-view from the MGM Grand. Call your cable or satellite company.
Moorer and Schultz get the second half of this fight started. If it goes the distance, it's scheduled for 12. Combination by Axel Schultz misses. And a very deliberate, a very stalking Michael Moorer is the aggressor. Axel Schultz fighting, moving backwards.
He's the aggressor. He is coming in forward. Until that moment, he hadn't let his hands go, Dan. Let me just say at the halfway point, if this fight goes the distance, I've given rounds 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 to Michael Moorer, and round 3 to Axel Schultz. Obviously, all 3 rounds 10-9 on the 10-point must scoring system. You see the redness on Axel's face there.
Again, a reminder that you can follow this fight, score it yourself, America Online. Password is ABC Sports. Get on in there and see if you can do better than the 3 gentlemen at ringside. Big difference is yours doesn't count.
Trust me. On the previous 2 Axel Schultz tries for the title, anybody flipping a coin could have been better. Now Michael, for the first time, leaning on the ropes and spins off him well. But for a moment there, that was Michael. It might be a sign that he's a little bit tired here in round 7. Might be looking for a second win. Axel Schultz not letting his hands go now, fighting in spurts, trying to steal rounds at the end, trying to steal rounds by flirting in the final 30 seconds.
And you know a guy's been spending too much time on the ropes when the back of his shoulder blades are showing the abrasions of rubbing up against the ropes. Axel Schultz's back a little red and raw. Oh, a good response to that cuffing jab by right hand by Moorer.
And you saw the quickness from Michael Moorer. It's just amazing for a guy who came up from 175 up now to 222 for this fight, Dan, to see the quickness that he brought with him. He does have good reflexes. Good quickness. He did not bring as much punching power, and that is something of a mystery. Maybe just be he's hitting bigger guys. It may also be that he doesn't, because of the problems he's had getting hit by heavyweights and the number of times he's been down, he just doesn't want to commit to the power. He doesn't want to take the chances of getting hit back when he does load up punches.
This fight for the belt that was once owned by Michael Moorer, he won it by beating Evander Holyfield. He lost it by getting knocked out by George Foreman in a fight that he was winning handily.
And Dave, you hear the crowd. They sense Michael Moorer, as we pointed out earlier in this round, is tired. He has taken a couple of big punches here. This may be at the beginning of a downhill run. It may just be him waiting for a second win. But he has been tired here in round 7.
We'll find out. Here's the end of the 7th round.
This summer, the world will face its greatest threat.
They're using our own satellites against us.
Our nation will suffer its greatest blow.
Being exterminated.
And a handful of heroes.
You know how I'm always trying to save the planet?
Will mark the day.
Just a little anxious to get up there and whoop ET.
With the greatest battle the world has ever seen. Independence Day. The day we fight back.
Welcome to Earth.
Rated PG-13. Only at theaters July 3rd. Imagine your feet are under attack by many flesh-eating predators. That's athlete's foot. To cure them all, you have to kill them all. Lotrimin AF. Full prescription strength medicine. The brand doctors recommend most. Lotrimin AF. The killer cure.
Hey, you're a guy, and guys want to stay cool. How do you do it? With new Speed Stick Gel. Proven to keep you drier than any other gel. It's the best gel protection. New Speed Stick Gel. Just for the guys.
8th round action here in Dortmund, Germany. This crowd into it now as they sense some weakness on the part of Michael Moorer.
He lost that 7th round, and he looked tired in the second half of that round.
And Teddy Atlas, his trainer, was quick to point it out to him, screaming at Michael when he got to his corner. Oh, a good jab by Moorer. Saw it snap Schultz's head back. It was not a warm reception waiting Moorer in his corner, but Alex, it's almost the same thing every time he heads to the corner.
It is. Teddy said to him, you're up by 1 round. You never believe when it's a low blow there by Schultz. Nothing from the referee. You never believe, and a good punch on the break. Michael came out not punching, an actual punch. You never listen to a trainer scoring when he tells his fighter. He's trying to motivate his fighter. He's not telling the truth. I don't think Teddy thinks the fight is that close, but I know Teddy's concerned about the performance in the last round. Let's see in this round 8 whether that was just a temporary problem or whether Michael really is running out of gas. And if Axel Schultz has enough gas in his tank to put the pressure on Michael to take it out of him. Right now, both men are looking for a rest. And Michael Moorer punches. To his credit, he sucks it up and puts the punches together to score the points. Weren't powerful punches, but they were scoring punches.
The left hand, the jab of Axel Schultz is an absolutely absent weapon here in this fight. It is doing nothing to Moorer. Moorer's jab, on the other hand, has caught Schultz's respect.
Both those jabs blocked by Schultz. Wide, amateurish right hand did get home by Schultz. And there's the piston-like jab of Michael Moorer. You almost think that he could just win the fight with that punch. If he just shot that punch out and made sure he didn't get countered.
I think piston-like is an excellent description, Alex.
Thank you.
Well, it's more than just a punch to score a few points. It's inflicting some damage on its way.
But I'll tell you something, he's got to be careful, because if he lays it out like he just did, it doesn't come back or put something behind it, Axel's going to start timing it and land punches and counter punches. And there, you see Michael just pawing. Looking tired here in the closing seconds of round 8.
And he took a right hand from Schultz.
Michael Moorer is going to have to dig deep to maintain his dominance in this fight.
Inside the final 10 seconds of the 8th round. We'll be back.
Finding oneself alone in this world can be terrifying.
Poor thing, you must have fallen out.
I knew I must return him to his family to ensure he's consumed at optimum freshness.
I don't see him, do you? Excuse me, he's lost. Lost beer coming through. See him? We'll find him any minute. I can feel it. Excuse me. Don't give up.
Hey, who's missing a bottle? We got a lost bottle here.
Budweiser. Brewery fresh taste. Strictly enforced.
Don't worry, little fella. We'll find him.
On Saturdays, your customers can receive 2-day packages from FedEx. Cost? An extra $10.
On Saturdays, your customers can receive 2 to 3 day priority mail packages from the U.S. Postal Service. Cost? $3, and there's no extra charge.
On Saturdays, your customers cannot receive 2-day packages from UPS. Sorry.
So, what's your priority? Priority mail from the U.S. Postal Service.
Referee Bill Connors brings the 2 fighters out for the beginning of round number 9.
Boy,
this title fight scheduled for 12, Alex.
Have we not given Bill Connors any call at all, which is a sign of how much these guys have punched? Bill Connors, we barely said his name. The poor guy's doing his first heavyweight title fight, and he's got no exposure.
I was just trying to give the guy a little bump. He hasn't had to separate these 2 guys since they started.
I'm not sure Bill should collect a check for this.
Well,
they didn't need him. I don't mean to denigrate him. He just has not been needed.
No. I'm sure that's the way he'd just as soon have it. Teddy Atlas imploring Michael Moorer to set the tempo. You be the one to declare the pace. It's what we worked on. Don't allow him to just sneak in and get cheap points.
And Teddy said, it's a subtle thing.
That's a cleaned up version.
Yeah, Teddy's such a smart guy. He's such a great trainer. He said to Michael, you're using your jab just to keep him off you. You're not using it to hurt him. And what he means is that jab right there, that wasn't thrown to do anything. It was done just to keep Schultz from punching.
Right.
It's not an offensive weapon, it's a defensive weapon. It can be, but he wants him to go out and try to do something offensive with it. That was a snapping right jab. Got to put something with it. No, that one wasn't. That one wasn't. There.
Oh, and there he lazily put out the jab and took a right hand as a treat.
These are not
piston-like
punches being thrown with conviction by Michael Moorer. Look at them.
They are not piston-like.
They're just pawing punches. He's not ripping punches at all. He's not sitting down at all. Right hand there scoring by Schultz. This is a defensive Michael Moorer.
Axel Schultz showing a little more upper body movement, but still backing himself into a corner.
He was in the corner. Michael had him right where he wanted him, and he didn't let his hands go. He just let him walk out of the corner without paying a price.
Axel Schultz walked out uncontested. Again, another lazy jab by Moorer, and he takes a right hand.
And the answer here, Dan, has to be one thing. Michael Moorer knows how he feels. Michael Moorer knows his body. Michael Moorer is tired, and he's scared of running out of gas, and he's trying to pace himself, and he's trying to conserve his energy.
Can he be thinking, Alex, that maybe I've got this fight won and I can coast home?
No, I don't believe
I hope
so.
not.
He can't be, because Michael's not stupid. He knows he's sitting here in front of a hostile crowd and the fans cheering for every one of his opponent's punches, and the judges score with their ears as well as their eyes. He has to dominate right now. I just don't think his body is there for him to do it.
Although he's sitting in front of judges, one of whom is not from Germany. The end of the night.
If you want full office suite power at a word processor price, look no further than Corel WordPerfect Suite. Corel WordPerfect Suite includes an exceptionally intelligent word processor, an award-winning spreadsheet, amazing presentation graphics, plus
beautiful, baby.
business graphics and utilities, hundreds of fonts and thousands of clip art images. Corel WordPerfect Suite delivers office suite power at a word processor price.
Bruce Seldon, if I want his title, I gotta beat him. He's champion, and no one knows him. Joe Hip knows Seldon, made his face look like hamburger. Tony Tucker knows him too. Got a jab like a jackhammer. No one knows him. That's because no one wants to.
Bruce Seldon, Mike Tyson, Liberation, champion versus champion, Saturday, July 13th, live on pay-per-view from the MGM Grand. Call your cable or satellite company.
Let's get it started here for round number 10, which looks like it may end up being an exciting finish to this fight. Again, scheduled for 12 rounds, the IBF heavyweight title here on ABC's Wide World of Sports, presented by Budweiser.
And these rounds have been tough to score these last few rounds. A challenge to our friends on AOL who are trying to get holding and hitting by Axel. Crowd reacts. That is illegal.
They're reacting to a big right hand of Schultz's, which landed on the shoulder of Michael Moorer. Certainly looked a lot better than it really was.
No one is in control of this fight right now. And each man is allowing, good combination. Michael Moorer pushes him off. There's Teddy Atlas, Michael Moore's trainer.
Everybody remembers Teddy's heroics in the Holyfield fight when he just sat down on the stool in Michael's corner and just urged him on, challenged his competitiveness. There's a good right hand by Schultz over the top.
And a good jab back by Moorer, scoring points. Or scoring points.
But where there were some rounds early in this fight, Alex, where it just appeared to be domination by Moorer, we've not seen one of those in 4 rounds or so. Michael Moorer, if you've caught it on the leg of his shorts, you see the word Jeff there. That is for a friend of his back in the Catskills who Michael would only say is not doing well right now, and I think he needs a lift, so I'm going to give him a little pop here from Germany. Punches by Axel Schultz going over the top, grazing the arm and sliding over the top.
Battle of conditioning. Battle of conditioning. Whoever is in the best condition is going to win this fight.
There's about
and guts, and heart.
About 7 minutes of boxing left in this one if it goes the distance. Oh, a good right hand to the body by Axel Schultz.
Michael Moore counterpunching, not taking initiative, backing out, letting Schultz step forward and throw the right hand. Not coming forward, not backing Axel Schultz up. See a little movement there by Michael Moore, scoring punches. Needs to sustain it.
There was a good jab by Michael.
This round may still be up for grabs. Whoever wins his last 10 seconds may win this round.
Oh, there was a good right hand by Moore. Both fighters finished the 10th strong.
The entire Phillips family wants that delectable Eggo waffle. This could be close.
Where'd it go?
Wait a minute, let's see that again. The Eggo comes up, looking irresistible as ever when... What's this? Granny gets the gold! What style! Even has time to savor the sweet taste of victory. Delicious Eggo waffles, too delicious to let go.
Okay, world, everyone's got to add something to the party. Mexico, you've got the salsa. Tahiti, sunsets, about 2 weeks worth. France, ooh la la, we'll get back to you, France. Greece, you're off the hook. You started the whole thing. Malaysia, yeah, some of those. Norway, you're in charge of the ice. Us, we've got the Bud. The Bud World Party during the '96 Summer Games.
We're back for the start of the 11th round. Alex, after listening to Teddy Atlas for 60 seconds, I'm about ready to give him some gloves and let him go in there and fight. He is in Michael Moore's face the entire 60 seconds. Yeah,
good 2 punches there by Michael. Yeah, but you have to say that it is a different Teddy, a different tone, I think. I think he knows that Michael is in some ways trying his best. He's not thinking he's getting less than a maximum effort from his fighter. He's just trying to lift him up to a better effort. I think he knows Michael's tired. I think he believes he's trying. It may just be that he's in with a guy who's got more guts and more determination.
Well, the 11th
I shouldn't say that. That's not fair. Maybe more stamina.
The 11th and the 12th round certainly very much up for grabs if what we've seen coming in continues.
The busier fighter, there's Lou Duva, who's working in the corner along with Teddy Atlas, trying to inspire him as Lou does so well. In Axel Schultz's corner, we should say that we told you don't believe in trainers telling their fighters scoring. They told Axel Schultz it's 5 rounds to 5 rounds. The next 2 rounds will determine it. They would very well be telling the truth.
Axel Schultz, trained by Manfred Volke, the Olympic gold medalist from the '68 Olympics. He was a welterweight champion there, the same Olympics that George Foreman won gold in Mexico City. So he knows a little something about what's happening.
Michael is trying. You see him trying there.
Oh, good combination by Moore.
Good work. Best work in several rounds by Michael Moore, and nothing back yet from Axel Schultz.
He landed 7 or 8 uncontested punches.
Oh!
Good uppercut by Moore. Axel Schultz covers up.
Big round so far, coming up on 1 minute to go. A big and perhaps a crucial round for Michael Moore.
There's a jab with a little more. It didn't catch anything, but it at least appeared to have a little more on it than the ones he's been throwing previously.
Now, let's see if Michael can sustain it. Let's watch Axel Schultz try to steal a round in the closing seconds.
That's not the punch that's going to win it for Axel, that leading left.
And interestingly, he held on in there. He forced to tried to clinch. Very good punch and a little bit of movement from Axel, but he's not letting his hands go. And both men clinched there. One of the few times the referees had to separate them.
This crowd so anxious for any type of a positive sign from Axel Schultz, their German hero.
Important win, important round for Michael Moore as he puts a punctuation point with a right uppercut.
The end of the 11th.
This isn't the work of a budding kindergarten artist or a mischievous preschooler. It's the Dutch Boy Paint Testing Facility, where we test Dutch Boy low-odor kids' room paint. Its formula is so tough, the finishing touches your little creative genius adds will wash off easily. It's one of over 70 tests we do to make sure that when you buy Dutch Boy, you're not just getting a low-odor paint that looks good. You're getting a paint that lasts. We guarantee it. Give your home the lasting look of Dutch Boy.
I can't believe I'm losing my hair back here.
Like father, like son.
Yeah, right.
Look, if you want to regrow some hair, check this out.
Rogaine? Don't you need a prescription?
Not anymore.
How's it work? Rogaine goes to the root of your hair and for some people gets it to grow.
What have you got to lose?
Nothing, I guess, except more hair.
That's been easy to use.
And it's starting to work.
See, there's room for growth in every relationship.
Rogaine, medically proven to regrow hair.
The fighters touch gloves for the beginning of the 12th round. Teddy Atlas late in exiting his corner as both fighters thinking to themselves, maybe the winner of the 12th will win the fight. And they pick it up and they get it going from the beginning.
You can see, maybe, the steam coming off these two men. It did turn out, Dan, to be a question of stamina and conditioning, and this 12th round could well tell the story.
Oh, a couple of good, solid punches by both fighters.
I think the best was the left hand by Michael Moorer down the pipe. And there are two body punches. Be interesting to see if Michael Moorer gets credit for those body punches. He has done all the body punching in this fight.
But yet neither one of these fighters to this point, Alex, has landed a punch that has really rocked the other fighter.
That's correct.
I really thought that by this point in time, Moorer would have landed an uppercut that would have damaged Schultz. Those punches all hit on arms and shoulders.
The right jab scored there by Michael Moorer. Axel strengthening, has the superior strength to push Michael back. Michael complains to the referee about that and scores two right jabs and a left.
Oh, a good,
right.
Good work by Michael Moorer. Oh, and another good right uppercut by Moorer that catches Schultz.
Teddy Atlas said in the corner before this round, you remember what you did with Holyfield? You remember how you won the title? You won in the 12th round. Now go out there and win this title, win the 12th.
Up to this point, Moorer has certainly been getting what he wanted, and that is Schultz coming in, swinging wildly. Leaving himself open for Moorer's counterpunches.
The head flashed there a little bit. No cuts, but I think it temporarily might have stunned Michael a little bit. A gutty performance by both men. They are both dead tired. And they're still trying their hearts out. So much at stake, Dan. Not just the IBF title that's at stake here, but the winner of this fight, if he defends his title properly, will meet Mike Tyson in a huge payday as Mike Tyson tries to unify the heavyweight title. So much at stake.
Frank Bruno got what, $6 million to fight Tyson? That's the kind of money we're talking about here. Another good combination by Michael Moorer.
Michael bloody in the mouth.
Doesn't matter much now.
10 seconds left, and they hear it, and they know it, and they're trying to finish big.
What a furious finish by both of these fighters. And there's the bell. It'll go to the judges. We'll return here to Dortmund, Germany for the decision. You got a feeling? Who knows? Anything could happen. We're going to go right now to Robin Roberts in New York. We'll be back for the decision.
All right, what a finish. Yes, we'll go back to the decision for just a moment. I'm Marvin Roberts back in New York. We'll rejoin Dan and Alex in just a moment. Anybody's call. Now for our Honda Auto Racing update. Tomorrow in Brooklyn, Michigan, NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt looks to increase his lead in the season-long points race as he seeks a record 8th Winston Cup championship. Earnhardt leads Terry Labonte and last year's champion Jeff Gordon by a slim margin. And tomorrow the IndyCars are in Portland as Michael Andretti goes for his 3rd consecutive win. The last time he won 3 in a row was in 1991. Yes, the same year. He also went on to win the IndyCar Championship. You'll see that race beginning at 4 Eastern, 3 Pacific tomorrow right here on ABC Sports. We're back in a moment with the Moorer-Schultz decision. Anyone's guess. Back in a moment.
engine technology non-stop for over 40 years. We do, however, occasionally slow down for a few seconds.
Just ask your doctor. Bayer, powerful pain relief, and so much more.
Hey, you're a guy, and guys want to stay cool. How do you do it? With new Speed Stick Gel, proven to keep you drier than any other gel. It's the best gel protection. New Speed Stick Gel, just for the guys.
Athlete's foot. Why suffer the burning, the itching? Hit it hard with prescription strength Desonex. It has the same medicine that doctors prescribe. Nothing cures better. Nothing. Prescription strength Desonex, because prescription strength is strong medicine.
We're back in Dortmund. Let's go up to the ring now and Michael Buffer for the decision.
1-5 to 1-1-3 for Schultz. Scores the bout 1-1-6 to 1-1-3 for Moorer.
I believe that Michael Buffer has given a wrong score.
5 to 1-1-3 for the winner, who is now the IBF heavyweight champion of the world on a split decision. Once again, Michael
Buffer read the scores wrong. It was 115-113 for Moorer, 115-114 for Schultz, and 116-113 for Moorer.
But he is correct in that it is a split decision victory for Michael Moorer, who reclaims the IBF heavyweight title.
A round of applause once again for Axel Schultz.
So a split decision victory for Michael Moorer. Thanks for joining us, everybody. When we return, we'll go back to our studios in New York. For Alex Swallow, I'm Dan Deerdorf. Auf Wiedersehen from Dortmund.
Got any Tylenol, Cal? Getting one of those headaches.
You taking Tylenol now?
Yeah, my doctor recommended it when he told me I have